Have you ever stopped to think about what life truly looks like after you cross the incredible milestone of 80 years old? We spend so much of our lives planning for retirement, for those golden years of leisure and peace, picturing ourselves vibrant and active well into our 90s. And while that vision holds a beautiful truth for many, there's also a side of life after 80 that often goes unacknowledged, a set of realities that can be challenging, even painful, if we aren't prepared to face them. It's a reality that can hit you unexpectedly, making you question how you'll navigate the coming years with the grace and strength you deserve. But understanding these truths, accepting them, is not about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about building a foundation of wisdom that allows you to live more fully, more authentically, no matter what comes your way. In this video, we're going to bravely explore 6 harsh realities that every senior should understand as they approach or live beyond their 80th birthday. These aren't meant to scare you, but to inform and equip you. They're about shedding light on what can sometimes feel like unspoken challenges, so you can move forward with clarity and courage. By facing these truths head-on, you gain the power to adapt, to find new pathways to joy, and to truly embrace every precious moment. And believe me, if you stay with me until the very end, there's something important, something truly surprising, that I believe will change your perspective entirely. So, let's dive right into these realities, starting with one that touches almost everyone as they age: the increasing physical limitations and the reality of growing frailty. We often take our physical independence for granted when we're younger. We walk where we want, carry our groceries, climb stairs, and manage our homes without a second thought. But after 80 for many, this picture changes. The stairs that were once a minor inconvenience can become a major hurdle. Opening a jar, once effortless, can feel like an insurmountable task. The aches and pains become more persistent, and activities we once loved, like gardening or even a long walk, might become difficult or even impossible without assistance. This isn't about giving up. It's about acknowledging that our bodies change. Our bones might become more brittle, our muscles less responsive, our balance less reliable. Simple tasks, like getting dressed or bathing, might require more time, more effort, or even the help of another person. And this can be incredibly frustrating. It can feel like a loss of control, a chipping away at the independence you've cherished your entire life. It's a harsh reality to face when your spirit still feels 20. But your knees tell a different story. So, how do we navigate this? The first step is acceptance. But acceptance isn't resignation. It's about adapting. It means being proactive. If you notice your balance isn't what it used to be, consider installing grab bars in the bathroom. If lifting heavy things is a struggle, don't hesitate to ask for help or find creative solutions like grocery delivery. Think about modifications to your home, wider doorways, ramps, or moving your bedroom to the ground floor. It's also about maintaining what strength you have. Gentle exercises, even just sitting chair exercises or light walking, can make a surprising difference in mobility and stability. Eating nutrient-rich foods that support bone and muscle health is also crucial. And perhaps most importantly, it's about embracing the help of others without feeling like a burden. Family, friends, or professional caregivers are there to support you, allowing you to conserve your energy for the things you truly enjoy. Understanding this reality empowers you to make choices that keep you safer, more comfortable, and preserve your quality of life, even as your body changes. Now, as we talk about changes and adapting, there's another reality that often accompanies reaching your 80s, and it's one that touches the deepest parts of our hearts: the profound reality of loss and the potential for loneliness. By the time you reach 80, it's highly likely that many of the people who have been constants in your life, your spouse, siblings, lifelong friends, even some of your own children, may no longer be with you. You might find yourself the last one standing in your immediate circle of peers. This isn't just about missing their presence. It's about losing shared histories, inside jokes, and the comfort of long-standing connections. It's the silence at the dinner table that used to be filled with laughter, the empty chair that used to hold someone you loved deeply. This can lead to a profound sense of loneliness, a quiet ache that settles in. Even when you're surrounded by family, the world can feel like it's moving on, and you're left with memories and a sense of being disconnected from the vibrant social life you once had. It's a truly harsh reality to watch your world shrink in this way. But here's where understanding this reality becomes your shield and your guide. While you can't prevent loss, you can actively combat loneliness. It starts with recognizing that grief is a natural, necessary process, and allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Whatever they are, don't bottle them up. Seek comfort in memories, but don't let them paralyze you. Then, look for new connections. It might feel daunting, especially if you've always relied on your established circle. But there are so many ways to engage. Consider joining a senior center, a book club, a walking group, or a volunteer organization. Many communities offer programs specifically designed for older adults. Technology, surprisingly, can be a wonderful bridge. Video calls with family who live far away, or even joining online communities centered around your hobbies, can bring people closer. It's about cultivating new relationships, even if they feel different from the ones you've lost. It's about finding purpose beyond your immediate family, perhaps mentoring, sharing your wisdom, or picking up a new hobby that connects you with others. A harsh reality, yes, but one that opens the door to incredible resilience and the opportunity to build new, meaningful chapters in your social life. Continuing our journey through these vital understandings, let's turn our attention to a reality that often looms large in the minds of many: the potential for significant financial strain and the ever-present weight of healthcare costs. You've likely worked hard your whole life, saved diligently, and planned for your retirement. You might have a pension, Social Security, or investments that you thought would see you through comfortably. But life after 80 can present unforeseen financial challenges that can quickly erode even the most carefully constructed plans. Medical expenses are often the biggest culprit. Even with good insurance, copays, deductibles, prescription costs, and the need for specialized care or long-term care facilities can add up incredibly fast. An unexpected fall, a new diagnosis, or even just the cumulative effect of managing multiple chronic conditions can create a financial burden that feels overwhelming. Beyond medical costs, there's the rising cost of living, property taxes, home maintenance, and the increasing need for assistance with daily tasks. Whether that's in-home care or eventually moving into assisted living, all these factors can quickly deplete savings that were intended to last much longer. The harsh reality is that what felt like a secure nest egg at 65 might feel incredibly fragile at 85. This can lead to a constant worry about money, a fear of becoming a burden, or even having to make difficult choices between essential needs. It's a silent stressor for many, something they often don't discuss openly but carry heavily. So, how do we approach this reality with strength and foresight? The key here is proactive planning and open communication. If you haven't already, sit down with a trusted financial advisor who specializes in elder care planning. Understand your insurance policies thoroughly, what they cover and what they don't. Explore options like long-term care insurance if it's feasible for your situation. Discuss your financial situation with your adult children or a trusted family member. While it might feel uncomfortable, having those conversations early can alleviate future stress and allow for collective problem solving. Consider creating a detailed budget that accounts for potential increased medical expenses and care needs. Look for government programs or community resources that offer financial assistance for seniors or help with prescription costs. Downsizing your home, if it's too large or costly to maintain, can free up capital and reduce ongoing expenses. It's not about living in fear of financial hardship, but about empowering yourself with knowledge and planning. so you can make informed decisions that protect your future and your peace of mind. Now, let's move on to another reality that can be deeply unsettling for many. Yet, it's a natural part of the aging process, the reality of cognitive changes and potential memory loss. We often associate aging with wisdom and experience, which is absolutely true. But after 80, many people begin to notice subtle, or sometimes not so subtle, shifts in their cognitive abilities. It might start with forgetting where you left your keys more often, or struggling to recall a name that's right on the tip of your tongue. Conversations might become harder to follow, or you might find yourself repeating stories. For some, these changes can progress to more significant memory impairment, or even conditions like dementia. This can be terrifying. Losing your sharpness, feeling less able to connect thoughts, or forgetting important details about your life and loved ones is a profound and harsh reality to confront. It can lead to frustration, confusion, and a fear of losing yourself. But here's how we can understand and navigate this with compassion and strength. Firstly, it's important to distinguish between normal age-related memory changes and more serious cognitive decline. Everyone will experience some degree of forgetfulness as they age. However, if these changes are significantly impacting your daily life, it's crucial to speak with your doctor. Early diagnosis, if there is a more serious issue, can lead to treatments that slow progression and help you manage symptoms. Beyond that, there are many things you can do to support your brain health. Keep your mind active. Engage in activities that challenge you, like learning a new language, playing strategy games, doing puzzles, or reading complex books. Stay socially engaged, as isolation can accelerate cognitive decline. Physical activity, even moderate walking, significantly boosts brain health. And nutrition plays a huge role. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins can protect brain cells. Think berries, leafy greens, nuts, and fatty fish. It's also about building compensatory strategies. Use calendars, lists, and alarms to help you remember appointments and tasks. Put essential items in designated spots. Don't be afraid to ask people to repeat themselves or to clarify information. And, most importantly, practice self-compassion. If you forget something, don't beat yourself up. Embrace the wisdom you still carry, the stories you can still tell, and the connections you can still nurture. Understanding this reality allows you to take proactive steps to support your brain and to live with grace and dignity, even if your memory isn't as sharp as it once was. As we continue to explore the landscape of life after 80, let's turn our attention to another challenging reality that often emerges: the shrinking of social circles and the potential for increased social isolation. We touched on loneliness earlier with the loss of loved ones. But this goes a step further. It's about the practical challenges of maintaining a vibrant social life. Your friends might move away, or their health might decline, making it difficult for them to get out. Your own mobility might limit your ability to attend events or visit people. Driving might become a challenge, restricting your independence in getting to social gatherings. Even phone calls can become less frequent if many of your long-standing connections are no longer able to converse easily. The world can feel like it's speeding up, and you might find yourself with fewer and fewer opportunities for spontaneous interactions or shared activities. This gradual dwindling of your social sphere, especially for those who have always been very outgoing, can be a profoundly harsh reality, leading to feelings of being disconnected, invisible, or simply left out. But this reality, like all the others, comes with opportunities for proactive engagement. The key here is intentionality and creativity. If getting out is difficult, explore virtual connections, online book clubs, virtual tours of museums, or even video calls with family and friends can keep you connected. For those who can get out, seek out new communities. Think about places like local senior centers, community classes, hobby groups, or even just becoming a regular at a local cafe where you can strike up conversations. Volunteer work, even a few hours a week, can provide structure, purpose, and new social connections. Don't be afraid to initiate contact. Reach out to acquaintances, invite neighbors for a cup of tea, or suggest a simple outing. The effort to connect might feel harder than it once did, but the rewards are immense. It's about understanding that social connections are as vital to your health as good nutrition and exercise. They nourish your spirit, keep your mind engaged, and combat the feeling of isolation. Embracing this reality means actively seeking out new ways to weave yourself into the fabric of human connection, ensuring your world remains vibrant and full of meaningful interactions, no matter your age or physical limitations. And finally, we arrive at perhaps the most profound, yet often unacknowledged reality of life after 80, the increasing proximity of our own mortality and the need for end-of-life planning. It's a conversation many people avoid, but after 80, the signs of time passing become undeniable. You might find yourself attending more funerals than weddings, discussions about wills, living directives, and final wishes move from abstract concepts to immediate necessities. The harshness here isn't just about confronting the inevitable end of life, but the emotional weight of making decisions that feel final, of potentially burdening your loved ones, or of simply facing the unknown. It can evoke fear, sadness, and anxiety. It's a reality that can cast a shadow, making it difficult to fully embrace the present moment if you're constantly dwelling on what's to come. It's the ultimate reality check, forcing us to consider our legacy and our final journey. However, understanding and embracing this reality is not about dwelling on death. It's about living more fully, with greater peace. Right now, it's about empowering yourself and your loved ones. The first step is to engage in thoughtful end-of-life planning. This includes creating or updating your will, establishing a power of attorney for healthcare and finances, and making your wishes known regarding medical care. Having these documents in place and discussing them openly with your family removes immense burden from them during a difficult time. It's a profound act of love. Beyond the legalities, it's about reflecting on what truly matters to you. What legacy do you want to leave? What unsaid words need to be spoken? What experiences do you still yearn for? It's about focusing on living with purpose and intention in the time you have. It's about seeking spiritual comfort if that resonates with you, finding meaning in your life's journey, and making peace with the past. This isn't a grim reality. It's an invitation to live with profound presence and to shape your final chapter with dignity and grace. By confronting this, you actually free yourself to enjoy the present more deeply, knowing you've handled what needs to be done. We've walked through 6 realities today: the changes in our physical abilities, the profound losses that can lead to loneliness, the financial considerations and healthcare costs, the shifts in our cognitive functions, the shrinking of our social circles, and the ultimate reality of our mortality. These are indeed harsh truths, not because they are inherently negative, but because they challenge our expectations and force us to adapt. But here's the surprising truth I promised you at the beginning, the one that can truly change everything. Life after 80 isn't defined by these harsh realities. It's defined by how you choose to respond to them. The surprising secret is that despite these challenges, or perhaps precisely because of them, life after 80 can be a period of incredible richness, profound peace, and unexpected joy. It's a time when you can finally shed the pressures of earlier life, focus on what truly matters, and embrace the wisdom you've accumulated. It's a time for deeper connections, for quiet contentment, for pursuing long-lost hobbies, and for simply being present. The surprise is that these harsh realities are not endpoints, but rather invitations to adapt, to connect more deeply, to plan with foresight, to forgive, to let go, and to find beauty in every moment, no matter its form. They are not barriers to happiness, but catalysts for a deeper, more authentic way of living. Remember, every small step you take to understand, prepare for, and adapt to these realities can make a monumental difference in your overall well-being and happiness. You are not alone in facing these challenges, and there is immense strength in knowledge and preparation. I truly hope this conversation has offered you some clarity, comfort, or a new perspective. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these realities. What have been your experiences or your strategies for navigating life after 80? Please share your insights in the comments below. Your wisdom could be a guiding light for so many others in our community. If you found value in this discussion, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more heartfelt and helpful content designed to empower you on your journey. Remember, every single day is a gift, and you have the power to live your best life at every age, embracing all its realities with courage, grace, and an open heart.